Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new season of RamCenter. We're excited to have you. We're your hosts. I'm Taylor Christensen.
And I'm Tyler Jefferson. It feels great to be back on RamCenter along with my guy Taylor. How you feeling?
Dude, ready to just get into it, dude.
Yeah, it's been a long time waiting. It feels great to be back in the studio in front of the camera, and I just can't wait to get started.
No, definitely. Great start, not only for us, but for most of our teams.
Yeah, I feel like our teams are doing spectacular right now. I did an article on 5 WCU teams, and I was just surprised on how good we were doing. I didn't know how good we were doing overall. Yeah. We got teams preparing for the playoffs, PSACs, tournament. So
we're a force in the PSAC
yeah,
right now.
We have a lot going on.
Definitely.
Men's, women's, inside, outside, no matter where it's at, we're doing pretty good right now.
Nice. Well, let's get to it.
We can start with our WCU football team. They're currently ranked 12th in the nation, 6th in the region, by the way, as they continue to add their win column as they crushed PSAC rival East Stroudsburg with a win 53-24. It was a true offensive showcase as the Ram racked up 512 yards against the Warriors, with 357 of those yards coming on the ground. Red shirt freshman quarterback Zach Gilbert opened the score with the 18-yard touchdown pass, the first of his college career, to junior wideout Ethan Price in the first quarter. The second quarter is when Westchester opened things up as 4 different running backs reached the end zone in the frame. Senior Mike Clans ran 14 yards to pay dirt to extend the lead. Then it was senior running back Mark Dutz who scored from 3 yards out on the next drive after the Warriors fumbled in their 5-yard line. Redshirt freshman Triel Seegers was scored 4 minutes later with a 2-yard touchdown run of his own. Westchester wouldn't stop running it up there, however, as Marcus Wilson found the end zone from 3 yards out for the first of his college career with less than a minute left in a magnificent first half for the Golden Rams. The Rams are going to halftime with a 34-3 lead and come back to the third quarter trying to run up the score again, as freshman quarterback Mike Pipnero would throw a 20-yard touchdown to tight end Cody Boozle on their first drive of the half. East Stroudsburg would answer with a touchdown of their own, cutting the deficit to 40-10. Westchester would answer as Mike Class rushed for his second touchdown of the game to make it 47-10. The Warriors, however, would answer with a pick six, but the Rams kept their feet on the gas, scoring another touchdown. This time, a 30-yard run from Triel Seegers for his second of the day, making it 53-17 Westchester. The Golden Rams would go on to win 53-24 to stay undefeated on the season. The Rams will be back in action this Saturday with a battle against Kutztown as they travel for their last road game of the season. And it will be a battle as both teams are undefeated, both teams ranked in the country, and I know it's going to go down to the wire.
Definitely. And the thing about this is the defense is playing so well. I mean, this past game, they had 7 sacks, an interception, multiple fumbles. I mean, they're doing it all on defense, and I think that's going to be the big key against Kutztown is because we know they can put up the points. You see it, 500 yards, 350 on the ground, but the defense is where it's going to have to step up, and I mean, the numbers show that they definitely can. I mean, they've had a 10-sack game this season and 3 games this season with 7 sacks. On top of all the turnovers, I think the defense is really going to hold this one out for them.
Yeah, defense would be key, but however, offense and special teams would be key as all 3 sides of the ball has been spectacular this season. Offense is putting up an amazing 40 points a game. Defense is limiting our opponents to amazing 14 points a game, and Westchester is winning their games by an average of 25 points a game, which is unbelievable. Special teams, I think members of their team were awarded PSAC honors, special team every other week. So,
yeah, it's an important part of the game.
Yeah, all around the team is doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I like their chances going into this game Saturday.
I like it too. Last year we had a good team. Didn't really put it all together, but I think this year, I mean, you had Nadir Rouse in the studio the other day talking to him about it, and he's confident in this team. Definitely. They're all confident, and they've got that kind of energy to the team. I think that they really can go out there and finish the job because this is a great team.
This is a great team. They came up short last year in the PSAC title, came up short in the NCAA tournament, but I know they're motivated and ready to go against Kutztown on Saturday.
It should be a great game.
Definitely.
Well, let's move on to our field hockey team. Moving on to the Westchester field hockey team, who crushed Seton Hill 8-0 in their last contest, helping them to remain number 1 in the NFHCA coaches poll. Junior Katie Hopkins led the way offensively, netting a hat trick in the first 11 minutes of the game, along with an assist. Not far behind were Caitlin Kelly and Caitlin Hatch, who each had a pair of goals, with Hatch nodding an additional assist. Westchester outshot Seton Hill 32-1, No, that's not a typo. 32-1 during the course of the game, allowing for senior goalkeeper Marissa Elizardo to grab her 12th win of the season without even having to make a save. Westchester kept their win streak rolling with their 12th in a row, and Katie Thompson earning PSAC Field Hockey Athlete Honors of the Week for a second straight week. Now, I know field hockey's not the most popular sport going on right now, but we got a damn good field hockey team. I mean, they are running it up on everybody. Nobody's scoring on them. I mean, our goalie's getting wins without even having to make a save.
Very good team. Last week I had the honors of going to my first ever field hockey game.
Yeah.
Because I had to do it for a class, and the game started off slow. It was against Bloomsburg. Game started off slow, but the second half you really saw how good the Westchester team was. And as someone who doesn't know field hockey, I could look at that team like, oh, they're very put together. Goalie did an amazing job, and they went on to score 4 goals in the second half to win the game 4-0.
Yeah. And our goalkeeper, Marissa Elizardo, she's got a goals allowed average under 1, so she's not even allowing a goal like every game. So it's crazy to think about how good these ladies are at what they do, and again, they're number 1 in the country for a reason. So let's hope they keep it rolling.
Definitely. Our men's soccer team faced off against St. Thomas Aquinas College this weekend, completing an epic comeback in the process of winning the match 3-2. St. Thomas opened the scoring in the 18th minute off the foot of midfielder Luis Morales. The tide would shift back into the favor of the Spartans when later Luis Morales scored his second goal of the game on a penalty kick in the 79th minute. Things looked bleak for the Golden Rams to the 87th minute when freshman Shane Hardy headed in the equalizer. Westchester wouldn't take long to find the goal as senior Jason Pixley scored off a fantastic three-kick setup from sophomore midfielder Daniel Gridrod in the 89th minute. Pixley's 7 goals on the season lead the team, as well as he hit 5 game winners. The Golden Rams are now 6-0-1 in the month of October and will look to continue their unbeaten streak as they head into the season finale against Seton Hill on the road this Saturday. And this team, like we said, is very good. I had the honors of interviewing Jason Pixley last week. My boy with the high school. He's a great guy. Shout out to you, Jason. And just shout out to the whole soccer team as a whole. They're doing great. One tie in a record, which messes up their undefeated record, but I'm quite sure they're not worried about that.
No.
Going into the playoffs, I know they'll be very prepared.
Definitely. I mean, you look at it, and they're getting it done. They got Pixley, who's got 7 goals, the 5 game winners. That's crazy to lead the team, but also, I mean, backs against the wall. They're down a goal at halftime, and not only that, they score, but then in the 79th, St. Thomas goes ahead, and the resiliency to tie it and then get the go-ahead, not even in extra time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you want to see out of your team, and we've seen them have success in the PSAC, and again, maybe not finish like all of our other teams. But again, going back to the football team, it's just a good feeling about this team this year, and I think they can really go out and.
Yeah, I feel good about a lot of programs. I feel good about these programs going into the postseason, and I feel they got some quality wins just on the second half of the season. So going into the postseason, I know they're prepared mentally and physically. Yeah,
6-0-1 in October is not a bad start.
Not a bad way to end your season.
No. Moving on to our women's team, junior forward Madison Baxter led Westchester to a 4-0 victory over Mansfield yesterday, factoring in on all 4 goals. The first came right away in the 3rd minute when junior midfielder Jenny Bale assisted on Baxter's 5th of the season. Just 10 minutes later, senior midfielder Hannah Grendel headed in her 2nd goal of the season, assisted by Madison Baxter, as the Rams jumped out to a 2-0 lead in the 13th minute. Baxter assisted on another goal in the 28th minute when she set up sophomore midfielder Hannah Zach for her 1st of the season. The Lady Rams would take their 3-0 lead into halftime, along with an 11-2 shot advantage. Westchester wouldn't allow a shot in the second half as Madison Baxter would score another goal on the rebound in the 65th minute after freshman Jenna Peters smashed a shot off the crossbar, making it 4-0. The score would hold as the final, and the Lady Rams clinched another appearance in the PSAC postseason, meaning they still have not missed the playoffs under the head coach Betty Ann Kempf-Towsley. They'll wrap up their season this Saturday on the road against IUP at 1:30 p.m. And Tyler, we have also got a very good women's team. Clearly, they have not missed the playoffs under the direction of their head coach. And again, they're seeing it from everybody. Madison Baxter stepping up, accounting in all 4 goals of the game. it's huge because they're getting it from everybody.
Definitely, and I just want to give a shout out to the coach who's come to Westchester, and as you said, they haven't missed the playoffs under as long as she's been here. So I want to shout out to her recruiting team. Shout out to bringing
The culture they're building.
exactly.
Definitely.
They're
It's a
building
winning culture here.
This women's soccer team is building a great culture here, and that's definitely a shout out to the coach. Shout out to everyone who's part of their team going into the postseason. I know they're prepared.
We got a lot of teams going into the
Listen,
postseason.
Everybody's prepared to go into the postseason, and everybody at Westchester is prepared to support them 100%.
All right, lads. Well, now that we're all caught up on our college sports, we'll send it over to Tyler Gillen with the pro sports.
Enjoy.
What's up, Rams? I'm Tyler Gillen, and this is your pro sports update. It's the perfect time of year to be a sports fan because all 4 major sports are in play at once. It was a bit of a rough start for the Eagles this year as they sit at a 3-4 record after their loss against the Carolina Panthers last Sunday. They look to bounce back in London against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Drew Brees, the New Orleans Saints quarterback, has just joined the ranks of Tom Brady, Brett Favre, and Peyton Manning as he joins the 500th touchdown club against the Ravens this past Sunday. Now back to the studio with Taylor and Tyler.
Well, that'll do it for this first episode of RamCenter. It's good to be back. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at WCU RamCenter and smack that like button on Facebook. I'm Taylor Christensen.
And I'm Tyler Jefferson. It feels great to be back on RamCenter. Make sure you go out and support all of our Golden Rams. Thank you all. See you all next week.